What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good, you.
I love when we do the mathematical videos. We try to get to the bottom of stuff based off of some probability, some reasoning, and some comparables. So I cannot wait to get into this one. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it helps shed some light on some things that we are thinking. And we love to hear from you guys because you guys always help us to learn as well. If you are new here, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post. You can also become a superstar VIP. $2.99 a month. Gives you star next to your name, price prediction spreadsheets, all the good stuff. First dibs on merch and star in the universe draw if you are a member. So that is happening today, right after we get through the initial slides. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if you want to follow us. Discord in the description. I cannot recommend that more. It is a great time. We have Poetry Corner over there now. So if you love telling poems, go over there and tell us some poems. And P.O. Box if you want to send us something, become a Superstar Hall of Famer. Shout out to the new list of VIPs. It's been updated, and you guys are great. You might have a new color next to your name, so let us know in the comments which one you are at the moment.
I love the wheel names. The wheel names is my favorite part of this entire. Every month, this is my favorite part of the month.
So let's see who's gonna get it. Oh, K-verse. Awesome. So K-verse, make sure to reach out to us either on Twitter. I'm going to put it under the YouTube community page for members only. If you reply to that with how I can reach out to you, that is the easiest way. But shout out to K-verse. Congratulations. That star in the universe is going to be shining very, very bright very, very soon.
Welcome to the superstar constellation. It continues to grow. It continues to grow.
Another perk of the VIP members is that we will advertise your sales for you. And one of our members, Blonton, is selling the lowest possible mint of the Mickey Mouse 100 posters, number 44. He told me open to offers. So if you want to reach out, if you want to talk to him, right now it's listed for $3,300. So it's listed for less than the second lowest mint.
Wow.
But if you are really serious about it and you want to reach out to him, let us know either in the comments or on Twitter or something, and we will definitely put you in touch and you guys can do your negotiation tactics. But shout out to Blunton for always being a great support of the channel.
Blunton just floored the number 44 of one of the most scarce Disney items on the app. So that's a very interesting pick for anyone watching who's interested in that. Big money, though.
Exactly.
Big money.
And probably the most sought after poster from that set because it is Mickey and it is 100, right? So
yeah,
pretty important, I guess, if you do get mass adoption here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, VV's Twitter. We had the last call for the entries. We did end up retweeting a couple of your entries for some of you guys who are in the VIP. So shout out to you guys. Hopefully one of you guys takes it home and you can send us some real pictures of the real art after you win it. That'd be really cool. And they're carrying on with the Patrick Hughes stuff. The one of one is Space Face by Patrick.
That's pretty
Hughes.
Cool.
It's actually his face. I wonder if it
has to be 3D.
If it's one of those where you do these in the turns.
Has to be. So, like the type of artist he is, like you would think that that's a 3D one for sure.
Auction winner also gets the physical work, so you can have Patrick Hughes' face in your house. That's
cool. Wow, that's very cool.
I'm curious to see this one. Like it's different than we're used to. That's what
some real fidgetal there.
Update. Craft and burn mechanism is now live. Make sure to update your mobile app ahead of tomorrow's Soulstone crafting. MCP beta is back online for KYC collectors. 24 hours for ranks, points, and level stabilization. So I did notice the MCP is back for me. I did not see anything about the craft and burn, but I also didn't see an update when I went to check on the store. So maybe I
noticed that. I noticed the same thing. Every time they say there's an update, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the Canadian App Store, but there's always a lag. I have to wait like a day or longer until I can finally get the push for the update as well.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's a 3D. So that's cool.
There you go.
It actually is like inside. Concave, is that?
Yeah. Concave. Yeah, it's concave.
That's a sick video. Actually, that art is like really wide too. I don't know. You're like bang your face when you're walking by.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy.
But, they continue to do collaborations with Elmon X, which is another platform. So we haven't really gotten into that platform. I looked at it kind of when they were doing the Mona Lisa, but it was too much stuff going on. We're learning too many things.
Yeah. No, that was that's pretty cool. I really do like that 3D art. that like little like depressed face reminds me like those stands where you like stick your face in it and you can just kind of say dress up
Maybe
as a
that's
hot
how he
dog.
made it. He just stuck his face in
Dress up
some.
a little bit as a hot dog, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, cool. And then here is the video. They actually put out a video on how the exact mechanisms for burning your Electras or your Sue Storms or anything into the Soul Stone will work. So that's tomorrow. So I'm not sure if people are going to actually abuse this to make sure that all 20,000 are gone and then try and sell them back to the market. Like I can see that being a thing. So you might want to get in as soon as this is actually happening at 8 a.m. That's just my opinion. If you're going to do it, why not do it right away?
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like it's gonna be like a little bit of like a meme collectible where there's gonna be no financial reason to burn 20,000 of them. Like you're gonna lose if you do that, but people might just do it just for fun, just for fun. Like I guess in other ways, if you stacked a lot of them, maybe one could argue that if you burn enough of the Electras, for example, the ones that are left over will go up in price. But there's so many of them that like you actually need to burn thousands of them. Like you need a burn club.
I'm very curious why they did 20,000. Like you're removing a bigger chunk from your supply. I mean, it's obviously not to make money because I don't think burning makes them any fees on anything, and you're removing that potential from the marketplace as well. Even though they're smaller fees, I mean, you never know with mass adoption what will come of it. So curious to know why they chose. If we ever do hear that from the team. All right. Then we got our Twitter. This was yesterday's video. It was big buzz. Like it actually did well. Usually when we do videos that are not Veve centric, they do not pop off, but this did. So it's proving that big IP does attract the users, the views, if done correctly. And Cryptoys was a joy to watch yesterday. So if you didn't see yesterday's video, go check it out and let us know your thoughts about what you think. But we do believe that this is good for the space in general. It'll push the envelope. It'll make everybody in the space accountable, and maybe it'll help each other figure out different ways to solve problems that maybe they cannot solve on their own, right?
Well, it's an interesting project. The project has Disney now. It has Star Wars specifically, which is an extremely premium IP that's going to bring in a lot of people. I do wonder, though, how they're going to deliver on some of the things that Veve currently has that they do not. So the fact that they don't have a marketplace, I think, is a big thing that's hurting them right now. It shows them that they're maybe years behind Veve in that sense. So Cryptoys, it's an interesting play right now, but the number one thing and probably the only thing that matters is that they do have officially licensed Star Wars IP. That alone is all you need to really get your foot in the door and start maybe making some serious progress on their end.
I have a feeling we'll be hearing from them real soon on some of our questions.
I think so. I think you're right.
Keep hashtag
stay tuned.
Hashtag soon. Sacrifice for today's drop, Superstar Money. So shout out to the Hall of Famer, the legend. Keep calm.
Legend. On. VIP legend. Hall of Famer.
Put in his New Mutants 87 for 1 gem to sacrifice it. Trying to get the drop today. And then Salsa Cash, one of our friends out there, he ended up with the Juju. He got the secret rare on a rebound of the Luke Skywalker drop. So shout out to you. That is huge.
Yeah.
This is my own Juju here, Rob. I know I was bragging about it a little bit.
This was
I
crazy.
didn't really get to talk about it yesterday, but
this was crazy.
I was a little sniper in the market. Actually, this is the true story. What happened? I was trying to snipe in the marketplace, and then I got that like security thing on my phone. So I was like, so you have to like uninstall the app and reinstall it. So while I was doing that, I pulled up the web app, and the web app is so much faster for sniping. Like if
That's
you
a
just
trick.
All you got to do is hit like F5. It refreshes your screen and your mouse stays in the same spot. And if you see something pop up, you just click it right away and move over and click it. And then I think that's the reason why I was able to land it. But
this is a random comment. But what do you use for? Isn't it Control R?
For what? Refresh?
Yeah.
I just push F5.
So you're not using Chrome, eh? It must be something.
Yeah, it was Chrome. F5 will refresh.
Okay. All right, I don't know. I'm used to Control R for that, but okay.
No, that's too many buttons. F5. I just taught you something. But 95 gems when it was going for 500. Now it's like 700 and something for that secret rare. So I still have it, and it was a pretty decent number 178. So it's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, what an incredible snipe. That probably will go down as the greatest snipe that you have ever done
in my career.
In your career. I don't think you've ever sniped that hard, even like COD when you used to play COD. Like there's No snipe has been better than this snipe.
This is the benefits of the smaller user base right now. I have better
Yeah.
chances at snipes because otherwise it would have no chance.
Yeah.
And Fro Ecomi put a poem in my honor. I thought it was pretty well summed up the moment. He said, quick tapping fingers. He rights the wrong. Injustice was served, but not for long. Juju energy allowed the truth to flow. Congratulations, justice for Joe. Obviously, pointing back to my James Bond airdrop that I should have right here.
Now that's justice. That's justice right there, big time. There's justice. Because justice pays back even more, right? So
yeah.
It wasn't equal because of your wrongs. It also covered your pain and suffering.
Exactly. It gave me some extra juju. We have Omi Dilly Burn. He was planning to put out a video about the video stones. That video is now up and live. It went out today, and we'll be touching on it a little bit later on.
Yep.
Shrumpalump. Look at this. This is pretty cool. He made cards out of his collectibles, which I think, Veve, you got to take a look at this. Like, this is some serious utility. Being able to hold your card or like display it or show people like, look, this is an NFT that I own, but it's actually in card format. So maybe Shrumpalump will get that deal with Veve. We'll see what happens.
Well, they've been talking about trading cards for the longest time. We haven't seen them yet. We think it tailors itself probably best in the sports world. Makes me wonder though, because like, we remember like the whole partnership with the NFL.
Yeah,
that never really came to fruition. I wonder if it was supposed to be a card-based thing. They talk a lot about different verticals. They talk about music. They talk about.
I thought we would have had something else, music or sports, by now. Like just how much they were talking about it, like late last year. But
it still hasn't come, but it's okay.
Yeah. No, nothing yet. So that's cool. This is cool too. Alex and Crypto from our Discord. He did a great video. He's got Rambo, his favorite collectible, about to hit Darth Vader. You got Luke Skywalker. They're teaming up on him. So definitely go watch that. Give him a nice thumbs up. NTTX, another VIP member, did a great entry for the Patrick Hughes. This is one of them that we retweeted as well.
Wow.
But definitely, you guys got to go check these out. They are very creative.
I really do hope somebody that we've retweeted will win.
Same. And then we had a couple of things from our Cryptoids video yesterday. Superstar Money, again, with the Juice Bob sales and hitting secret rares like crazy. This is
he's just going for drops nonstop, eh? He's still going for drops.
He's the DGen of DGens. I love him.
He's the DGen of DGen. That's right.
And then we already talked about that earlier on with the Veve. So Rob, why don't you get into our discussion about the Gauntlet? We have some pretty concise conclusions that we've been coming up with, and we were talking through it before we even jumped on here. Though we were not sure what the right way to go about things is, but we think we might have maybe the path to the decision. It's just there's still a couple things in our way.
Yeah, there's a couple situations, right? The one situation is you might only be in play for the ultra rare. The other situation is you might be able to get a secret rare. And I'm going to give everybody a reminder because we tried asking the question, right? Joe currently has a full set, including a secret rare Agamotto. I have a full set without the secret rare. So we're both in slightly different situations. The question is, should you sell now or should you craft? And we want to bring some clarity to that. But to start, let's just quickly go over what we can get and what are the mint sizes. So we have obviously the Soul Stone, which is going to be tomorrow up to 20,000 of them. Those are going to be basically useless. I think they're not going to be very expensive. But that's your first step if you want to get the Gauntlet, or if you want to get the animated Gauntlet. Then you have the empty Gauntlet here, which is a $40 drop price, 6,305 mints. That's the max. We think this will probably sell out. People will probably buy these all up, especially because of the utility and the crafting capabilities that will come later on. People are probably going to want to secure these, even though you can't animate all 3,800 of them because it's going to be limited by Ether. Ether prevents you from getting the full 6,305, but I still think that people will buy this up to have doubles, one to craft, one to keep, or they might decide to maybe just buy and stack them because they know that if enough people do stack these, you can almost shrink the supply to be around 3,800.
This could be a bot target for sure. If bots are in on this, they will stack them and try to sell them back to people who have spent so much money trying to get into this. I think this is like the definition of bot trap. If you don't get bots on this drop, I think you've done a pretty good job deterring them.
Yeah, it sounds like a bot trap is a great way of putting it because if they can collect a lot of these in one shot, then they can control what you so desperately need. You spent so much, you waited so long to do this. Okay, this is a very interesting one. It's animated with sound, okay? And this is a full, you have to have all the stones to do this. Obviously, you guys know what the stones are, and there's some steps there. And the total of that is a maximum of 3,800 because we know that the ether will limit that, right? So ether is the most scarce stone, 3,800 for that. So will all 3,800 get done? Probably not. But I think, I mean, Joe and I were talking about it before. You probably will get a large conversion of those. Then you have Thanos Ultra Rare, maximum 3,800, and then you have Thanos Secret Rare, maximum 2110 for the Secret Rare Eye of Agamotto. Okay. Now,
what do we come up with, Rob?
I'm gonna try to explain this in like the simplest terms possible. Okay, so right now the market caps for these orbs, or the Infinity Stones, is just ridiculous. The current prices right now for the Power Orb are 139 gems for a total of 4,305 mints. Ether is a total of 300 gems, really pumped, for a total of 3,800 mints. The Scepter is a total of 31 gems for 5,123 that are available right now, and some of them are still in the store. The Tesseract is only 27 gems for 8,610. Eye of Agamotto Uncommon, 17 gems for 12,000. Eye of Agamotto Rare, 27 gems for 6,500. And Eye Secret Rare, 790 gems for 2,110. So you have, right now, if you have this whole set, you can sell the whole thing for 1,331 gems.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good return. And the question now is, will crafting give you and yield you a better return than this? So to do that, we just want to kind of get some sense checks. For that to happen, if you take the market caps, you multiply it by the mints, what we find is you pretty much need to have an equivalent market cap. You need to have the Secret Rare trading for 1,287. Like your Secret Rare Eye of Agamotto, by the time you craft this, you need your Secret Rare Thanos to pretty much be close to 1,300 gems.
Well, with the glove and the other Thanos,
right?
Combined.
You need, with everything combined, you need that, because if you craft the Secret Rare, you also get the Ultra Rare, and you're gonna have the glove.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have all three of them. So the sum of that has to be 1,300, which makes, obviously we did the math. It makes sense. And that may also put the price of the Ultra Rare to 514 gems. So this is just some ballpark numbers. The question is, does this make sense? Could they sell for these prices so that it's actually going to be worth your time? And when you go and you take a look at some comparables, and we just had the Luke Skywalker drop. Luke Skywalker Secret Rare is currently trading for close to, it's 790 gems, so close to $800 it's currently trading for. Actually, sorry, I think it's 719. It dropped when we were looking at it.
Okay.
And then when we multiplied that by the number that there were, 519 of them, we resulted in a market cap of around 380,000. So is it reasonable to think that Thanos Secret Rare will match that, be less or be more? And that's where we started now doing market comparables to determine the price. So I'm going to work backwards. So Thanos Secret Rare, we are assuming that probably it will be at least 2.5 to 3 times more market cap than Luke Skywalker for multiple reasons. One reason is that you have to work for it. You actually got to put in effort and time in order to get this. And I think people will value that. Number 2, it's an experience. You get to actually experience crafting. So you are paying for it. You're paying for that experience. So you're almost willing to give up on some gains so that you can go through that experience. And number 3, you have a lot of people that already have pretty good entry points. But at the same time, you're going to have a decent number of the people converting, spending a lot of money right now to get these. And that's going to hold the price up. So for those reasons, we're saying a 960,000 market cap will be reasonable for the Secret Rare drop, which now the mint numbers, we have to help thank our friend Omi Daily Burn, who's found out that right now there's only a maximum amount of conversion of around 1,010 Secret Rare Thanoses. That's it. So we added an extra 200 because we figured, you know what,
between now and then. Yeah.
Between now and then, there might be some more sets that get completed, giving us a total price of $800. Okay, 800 gems is our secret rare price. We have to keep going though, because you're gonna also get the Thanos Ultra Rare. Thanos Ultra Rare, we're predicting that there'll probably be about 3,000 mints of these, and even if it'll be maybe a little bit under the Luke Skywalker mint numbers, the Luke Skywalker market cap, giving us a price prediction of 110 gems. And then the Gauntlet animated is really cool. I think it's going to be great in the VVverse. I think there's going to be a huge fandom for that, which will outpace the Ultra Rare, have a market cap that's better than Luke Skywalker, so we're guessing 570,000, giving us a total of 150 gems. Yeah. So with all that being said, you walk away with 1,060 gems, which is less than the 1,300 that we mentioned before. So if you have to sell versus crafting, you should sell and you'll make a little bit more. But maybe you're willing to pay for the experience. Joe, I said a lot there. It's really hard and convoluted.
Yeah. I think the one thing that is going to make the biggest difference here is, like, first of all, if the thing comes out and it's less than people spent, there's going to be some panicking. People are going to say, I spent all this money to get in here. I want to make sure I hedge my losses. There will be sell-offs initially. And there's going to be people who are going to be making money on those sell-offs too, because they were bought in on the drop day. Maybe some people landed the secret rare. They're still around, active. Maybe there's people who bought in a couple months after. Like my first time buying a secret rare, I paid 110 gems. That was months after the drop. I ended up selling it back and rebuying it at 400. So like I have space for it to fall and still be profitable. And there's going to be a lot of people in my position. The people who are buying now are the people who are going to feel the pain if it does drop. So I think you are right when you're saying that we could see a lesser number than what the market caps are today, because I don't think that a lot of the people on the app have paid into it at that number. So people will be happy to take profits over the number that they did pay. And I do see that as it falls and people realize that they didn't take the profits before the drop, and they see what they could have had and now what they can have, I think that they will try and sell at a rapid pace. It's going to come down to numbers as well, how many people actually do it. I mean, I got it here. I just wanted to show them on the screen, but we had Omi Daily Burn break it down in a beautiful chart. And you can see the number he had for active Eye of Agamotto's, I think, for the animated. Oh, he has a little here. 1019 is the number that he used, and we ended up just bumping that up to 1,200 for ease sakes. But yeah, I think that I'm pretty comfortable with these predictions. Like even if you were to sell everything off, you're not really making too much more than if you were to craft. So it's kind of close in that regard, and it's for both situations. I mean, if we were to sell off everything for the ultra rare, you'd get around $500, and then but you would also get the Gauntlet or the Thanos UR, which are predictions like around almost 300. So you're not getting killed on everything. I think the numbers here make sense, and the market cap analysis. It's just, do we have more than I mean, in here in total, you're going to have 1.4 million pretty much invested, right, between the two Thanoses. I don't know if we have more than that available in current users, right?
Yeah, no, like, and I don't know. I'm curious to know what people watching are going to do. Like, are you going to sell, or are you willing to pay for the experience? Like, a part of me just wants to actually go through it. I mean, I'd be curious to see it. Like, crafting is a big milestone for Veve. It's a lot of fun. It's a form of gamification on the app. But at the same time, I'm tempted because, like, you could get just a better return right now. Like, you get a better return right now if you sell. I'm still not decided. Like we should really go and sell this if it makes sense, unless we're wrong.
The numbers say to sell if you want to be the most efficient, but what will happen after the soulstone crafting? Will there be more FOMO? Will the prices go up more? My intuition says you might see a little bit more increase leading up to the actual Gauntlet drop day. But I mean, profits are profits. And I know a lot of people have been saying that all week. And we've only seen the thing go up since then as we get closer to the date. I don't know if people are going to see this video and start to question things, but hopefully not. But do what's right for you. If you're in profits, it never hurts to take profits if you aren't. But I mean, it also doesn't hurt to experience something that's first of its kind, pretty much in the crafting, and it's gonna be like that actual snapping glove is really, really cool.
Well, people are holding. They don't want to
Yeah.
sell, right? They're holding because they want to do this crafting. And I think there might actually still be room, even though there's a discrepancy here, there still may be room for it to go up because there's just so many people that are in profit already, that they got the secret rare Eye of Agamotto for very cheap. So they're okay with leaving some money on the table because they're still going to be making money when they craft. They'll get an $800 Thanos will still be more than the sum of what they already paid, plus the 110, plus the 150. So I think there might be more room for some of these prices to grow because there's going to be no supply. So many people are going to be holding these things, especially the Ether, so they can convert them. So I don't know. I'm curious to know what everyone else thinks. Let us know your thoughts below. I mean, this has been a pretty math-based video. So let us know your thoughts below. What would you guys do? What should we do? What do you got, Joe?
I got one question. I want you guys, if you are in for this drop, I want to know like your total cost for your set. Like if you can figure that out, how much you think you spent to get the full set and which one you're going for, if it's the ultra or secret rare. If you're going for the secret rare, I want to know maybe like ballpark what you spent on your collection. I'm just curious. I think it'd be good information, and maybe we could share a general consensus on a future video before this drop, so it gives you a little bit more information.
Yeah, let us know below. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. And then what do you think about our price predictions? Do you think that we're off? Because again, our decision to sell right now makes sense because of our future predictions. But if our future predictions are wrong, then it doesn't make sense potentially to sell, right? So you can't just take what we're saying and run with it as the truth because we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what these things are going to sell for in the future, but this is our prediction, which based on the math right now, it makes sense to sell. So guys, let us know your thoughts below. And if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar, smash subscribe, enjoy the Superstar fam, hit the bell notification to get every single video every single day. We keep it coming. We do not stop. Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. You saw it. You saw it. K-Verse, Superstar K-Verse in the universe right now. Thank you for being VIPs. Get the star beside your name. Maybe you'll starnaming.com. You'll be in the universe. Get access to our spreadsheets. Guys, we appreciate your support. We thank you all so much. Take care, and we'll see you next one. Bye-bye.
Love you.